The kerambit or kerambit is a small Southeast Asian handheld, curved knife originating in Indonesia. The kerambit spelling is mostly used in the Philippines. In Western literature it is occasionally misspelled as kerambit. Origin. As proven by its etymological roots, the kerambit originated from Minangkabau people of West Sumatra, Indonesia where, according to folklore, it was inspired by the claws of big cats. As with most weapons of the region, it was originally an agricultural implement designed to rake roots, gather threshing and plant rice. As it was weaponized, the blade became more curved to maximize cutting potential. Through Indonesia's trade network and close contact with neighboring countries, the kerambit was eventually dispersed through what are now Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines and Thailand. Culturally the kerambit was a subject of condescension in Java because of its history as a weapon of the agrarian peasantry, as opposed to the Kistria who were trained in the keraton or palace. European accounts tell that soldiers in Indonesia were armed with a kris at their waist or back and a spear in their hands, while the kerambit was used as a last resort when the fighter's other weapons were lost in battle. Nevertheless it was popular among women who would tie the weapon into their hair to be used in self-defense. Even today, Silat practitioners regard it as a feminine weapon. The renowned Bugis warriors of Sulawesi were famous for their embrace of the kerambit. Today it is one of the main weapons of Silat and is commonly used in Filipino martial arts as well. Superficially the kerambit resembles the jamayo but there is no connection. The jamayo was always designed as a weapon and serves as a status marker, often made by skilled artisans and jewelers using precious stones and metals, whereas the kerambit was and still remains an unadorned, modest farmer's implement and useful utility knife. Technique. While it is primarily used in a slashing or hooking motion, karambits with a finger ring are also used in a punching motion hitting the opponent with the finger ring, as well as some karambits are designed to be used in a hammering motion. This flexibility of striking methods is what makes it so useful in self-defense situations. A finger guard makes it difficult to disarm and allows the knife to be maneuvered in the fingers without losing one's grip. Generally, the short Filipino kerambit has found favor in the West with some martial artists because such proponents allege the biomechanics of the weapon allow for more powerful cutting strokes and painful ripping wounds, and because its usability is hypothesized as more intuitive, though there continues to be debate about this matter. Variations. There are many regional variants of kerambit. The length of the blade, for example, could vary from one village or blacksmith to another. Some have no finger guard and some feature two blades, one on each side of the handle. Traditional Indonesian forms of kerambit include, kerambit kaiku bima, Bima's nail kerambit, endemic to West Java, kerambit kaiku Hanuman, Hanuman's claw kerambit, endemic to West Java, kerambit kaiku makan, tiger's claw kerambit, endemic to Sumatra, Central Java and Madura, kerambit Sumbawa, larger, sturdier kerambit made specially for battle. From the Sumba Islands, kerambit Lombok, larger, sturdier kerambit made specially for battle. From Lombok, Lawi Alam, chicken's claw, created by the Minang community. Additionally, modern kerambit may have spikes or spurs on the front or rear ricasso, which may be intended for gripping clothing or horse tack, tearing flesh or for injecting a poison, such as the upas. Modern forms. The modern Western interpretation of the kerambit is far removed from the original agricultural tool. They may have folding blades and finished to very high standard, as opposed to being rudimentary and makeshift. As they are made from expensive materials, the Western variation is beyond the financial means of most Southeast Asian peasants. They also are generally larger to accommodate larger hands and the sheath is usually made of modern materials rather than wood or leather. The West has recently found the kerambit to be useful for self-defense. Most of those produced in the West for use as weapons are based on the small Filipino variety, which features a short blade and index finger ring. Both fixed blade and folding kerambits are produced by a number of makers, including Warren Thomas, Mantis Knives, Emerson Knives, Strider Knives, Spyderco, Cold Steel, Craig Camera, United Cutlery, Rich D. Respinner, Cutter's Knife and Tool, 5.11 Tactical, Kramer Custom Knives, Tom Ferry Knives, Mike Snoddy, Quartermaster Knives, Tyndall Knife Works, and Fox Cutlery. In popular culture, Father Unquartzer, one of the Knights of Christ, a team of specially trained ex-vampire priests that act as vampire hunters for the Vatican in James Rollins' The Order of the Sanguines series, uses as his only weapon an ancient kerambit that is made of silver. For a single kerambit, across 3 novels it piles up a staggering body count of the undead. China White from C.W. Arrow uses 2 kerambit knives in combat. A fighter wields 2 kerambit in the Thai movie On Back To. The famous Javanese playwright Nitaputra titled one of his 3 plays on kerambit. A Emerson combat kerambit is briefly seen in the Thomas Jane film, The Punisher. The opening scene of the film Maranta shows a silat routine with a kerambit. In the movie Taken, Liam Neeson fights Sheikh Rahman's guard who uses a kerambit. A kerambit is used by Laszlo Morn in the Musashi Flex novel by Steve Perry. A folding Emerson combat kerambit is used by Michael Wesson in the television series Burn Notice. An Emerson kerambit fixed blade is used by Alex Mason and Frank Woods in the level Executive Order in the 2010 video game Call of Duty, Black Ops. A cold steel Tiger kerambit is used by a Gang Thai member in The Man from Nowhere. A folding Emerson super kerambit is used by Ronin TV series Nikita. A kerambit is used by the antagonist Alfred in Kanan. The character Vormit wields a kerambit in episode 12 of the anime series Jormungand. A kerambit is used by Katya, a mute female terrorist working with Simon Gruber and Die Hard with a Vengeance. The Emerson kerambit fixed blade also resurfaces in the mission Old Wounds from the video game Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. It is used by Sergeant Frank Woods in order to interrogate Lev Kravchenko. A kerambit is included in the crest of the Royal Malaysian Police. Sam Fisher in Splinter Cell Blacklist is armed with a modern westernized kerambit for close-quarter combat. A hitman in the film Bullet to the Head kills Stallone's partner with a folding kerambit. A kerambit is an exceedingly rare special item in Counter-Strike, Global Offensive. A kerambit was used by Hannibal Lecter in the film Hannibal to kill a hitman and cut open Chief Inspector Reinaldo Pazzi's gut. Screaming Mantis in Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots uses multiple kerambits during her boss fight. The Assassin, a cold-blooded killer character from the Raid 2, uses a pair of kerambits as his weapons. The main character of the video game Alpha Protocol wields a kerambit, see also. Kolak, Kalwang, Parang, references.